Okay, today is Saturday, October 1st, 2014, and got a lot of work done on my car, including the spark plugs and the spark plug wires and the distributor and the rotor, and primarily the working on the backside for the last couple of days, the exhaust manifold along with the new gaskets and stuff like that. So lifting up an iron 15-pound exhaust manifold on your back and bolting it in place is not exactly easy. I still got to torque it down, but that's a different story. Anyway, in that same area, because this is the 850 T5, this is the last year, 97. This also has the stock turbo, the 14G turbo. It also has a bonus in there. It also has the heater block in there, and so I'm doing a huge marathon on this thing. Doing everything. I've already done the CVX and stuff like that, and next thing I'll be doing the rack and pinion, and which is still good, but the boots and the tire rods and everything else. Anyway, on to the meat of the story. This is the turbo assembly right here, and I wanted to show everyone how difficult it was to actually put all of the routing tubing back on there, because this thing, when I bought the car, this car was having both a oil leak and a coolant leak, and the reason why is because it just basically sat up too long. Stuff just got too old, too much sludge in there and stuff. And so anyway, this is the only way, believe it or not, that I could actually get it to sit on my tool chest and actually clearly demonstrate all the passages and stuff like that. And so far everything is bolted up. I'm still waiting a rebuild kit from eBay for $50. But the only thing I'm short is I'm short one of these, they call Volvo calls this a hollow bolt or a banjo bolt. It actually has a hole in there for the coolant to pass through, or the oil and stuff. This is actually the one that actually cools, that actually goes to the block, and I'll start there. This line down here on the bottom, these lines here are basically, they're hardened steel lines, and they have the holes in there and stuff. This is actually the oil cooler line that actually goes up, and what it does is it actually wraps around this way, and it goes on. It comes out over here on the other side of this center thing right here. And believe it or not, I don't have the square nut for my V-band clamp, and but they put that V-band clamp right there in a really awkward position right there and stuff. And I tried to film this earlier, but I have to get my light just right and everything else, otherwise it looks like crap. And so basically the oil circuit, it comes up through this line right here, wraps around the unit like this, comes through the top of this right here to be at the top, okay? So it basically would come through the top of the turbo right here, which makes sense. And then this right here, I thought I had enough light in here, but I guess I don't. This right here, it actually would be the return line for the turbo. It would actually drain back into the oil pan. As far as the actual oil cooling of it, as far as the actual water cooling and stuff, this starts in the same side as the water pump on the front of the engine. And this right here actually has a short, small line connection between here and another metal line, and it goes through here. And somehow in that cavity up there, what that does is that actually the water jacket actually starts on I guess that would be on the front of the unit, and that hole next to it, that's actually just a plug. I don't know why they put this plug in and stuff, but the water jacket is right there, and what that does is basically water is right through here, and I'm guessing that water would actually come out the bottom of it and actually would go out this pipe right here. And that right there is where this famous leg-shaped pipe is right here. This pipe right here is smaller on one end to fit on this right here, and it's larger on the other end to fit on the main hose that I put in there and stuff. And this right here is your wastegate control solenoid right here, and this is another what they call a turbo pressure booster or something like that. Let's see. And as far as the rest of the car, basically I've been finding pieces of it here and there. Got the car pretty much together in one piece. Found a new reservoir bottle in a junkyard. It was white instead of all yellowed out and cooked to death and so that. Got the fuel injectors in there, missing a gap in those. One of the spacers, two of the spacers. Got the new spark plugs in there, and put the idler air controller rod in there. Ran around to a junkyard, got another one of those, and finally got another one put in there. But so far, you know, I mean, the car actually comes on and stuff. Everything works in here so far. Even had a code for the radio. Seems to be an awful lot of lights in the dash though. Car has cloth seats, which I like. A lot better than those cracked leather seats. It actually has the heated seats right here, both drivers and passengers. Check this out. It's actually one of the few that actually have the the controls for the passenger seat as well. You don't see that easy. You see a manual and stuff like that. And I managed to find a CU changer in the junkyard as well. And unfortunately for me, the one sticker that I bought for November, well, this is November, it expires in this month, but oh well, that's the way it goes. And next, like I said, everything works in this car. I'm not gonna do it because of the blanket on top and stuff. Even the sunroof works. Not going all the way because I got stuff on top of that stuff. Oops, wrong window. I even managed to get all the relays in places to lock it and stuff. That's the other thing about the lock zipper and stuff. For some reason I don't have two relays in there and stuff, but the rear doors actually lock. Well, they won't lock when the door's open. And their SRS is on because they have the other airbag and they're gone. But the rear doors lock, but the front doors, they don't lock. I believe the front doors are actually on a separate relay or something like that. I gotta check that out later on. But the turn signals work and everything else. It took me a while to figure out that the reason why one of the turn signals was the right side was flashing a lot faster than the left side was not because the bulb was missing, but because the actual socket was missing altogether and stuff. And so there's that side right there. There's that side over there. And I even got brights. Turn those off. And for some reason the transmission is still not happy, but we'll deal with that later on. I don't know what it is. But the squirrel cage over here even works. Or the AC is what I like to call it. I'm guessing this right here has got to be an automatic. This has got to be an automatic AC and stuff like that. The only thing that gets me perplexed is the window switch over here. The right side works, but then the I don't know. To me, it seems like the left side is just a little sticky and stuff like that. Maybe the switch is wired. I don't know. All the adjustments and stuff. But yeah, like I said, radio, and got myself a nice genuine CD changer, which is right there. I took the front cover off so I could watch what it does when I hooked it up. The only thing is though, I thought these cars were pre-wired for a CD changer. I've got the initial wire to it because luckily nobody actually cut the wire and stuff. But I couldn't actually find the pre-wiring cable for the CD changer. I could have swore all 850 models were actually pre-wired up at the dashboard end for the CDs and stuff. And this thing has new tires on it. It's fairly new. They're 16-inch rims. Paid $800 cash for the car, and it's not looking too bad. And it's no major damage. I've got a couple of dings and dents here and there, but that's the way it goes. And all the piping and everything else is it's just being a real bitch to figure out. But anyway, I'm gonna wrap this up, and I'm gonna go modify a parts order I got coming in. Gonna be shipped out Monday. All right, later.